Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Greenville for the Greenville Open on this AVP Grass Tour stop. Your host for the weekend, Jacob Justice. This is women's semifinals for our Open division. At the service line there, that is Denise Devine paired up with Bree Civiero, taking on Ricky Alex and Kristen Kane.
Big swing down the line. We have the John King up in the right hand, so everyone's welcome.
So quick turnaround time. We got matches rolling all throughout the day. We had a late start. 10 a.m. is when we decided things were going to get rolling. We had some rain overnight as well as this morning. And so with that, we let the court dry out a little bit. And early here, we are tied up at 2-all. Civiero and Devine have struck first. They had the first 2 points, and Alex and Kane came back. That's Kristen Kane there in the maroonish red top. And that serve on to Denise Devine in the purple option ball there from Bree. And a poke there from Bree, kept alive. Good rally here. Ricky Alex with the put away.
Wow.
3-2.
A Ricky rocket right there. We got 3-2.
So Kristen Kane will be back at the service line again. This is an all, I believe 3 of these players are from Florida except for Denise. Denise is from South Carolina.
Just like that, we got 4-2 now.
And a block for point there from Ricky Alex. So 4-2, we're going to switch points, or switch sides next point. Every 7 here in match play. 2 sets of 21 and a tie breaker 3rd to 15. And that's going to find the end line for Kristen Kane. We have a 5-2 side switch. Whole lot of volleyball to be played here. So Kristen Kane with her 3rd serve in a row. And deep float there to Devine. Nobody up and down the line. Denise will find the kill.
Denise Devine with the weirdest stripe on her pants. Oh, yeah, that's full quad.
So touch low on the serve there from Denise will be an easy side out for Alex and Kane. So 6-3. Fine and Civiero talking some strategy. Float serve now on to Denise again. And a knuckle pokey down the line picked up by Kane. And Bree with an option ball there. Cross court, cross body. Down for a kill. 4-6 on the side out.
Denise going back to serve now.
An ace serve there from Denise Devine. 5-6 now, closing that gap down to 1. Perfect placement down that sideline of Ricky Alex. Float serve there on to Kristen Kane. She's going to go and block for point, Bree Civiero.
Bree coming up huge.
Good jump into the angle by Bree there. Gets those big paddles up for a block. So the serve on to Ricky Alex. And Ricky Alex is going to put that one away for a side out. So 7-6. One more till we switch sides here. Thank you so much for joining us here for some Greenville grass action. This tournament's co-hosted with G Vegas Volleyball. They got some lower divisions going on as well. AVP bringing you the men's and women's open. And a lefty swing there from Denise Devine, just long. So we're going to have 8-6 as we switch sides. Alex and Kane have the lead. So yesterday we had doubles for men's and women's, as well as some juniors divisions that had triples. But bringing the action here today, we have reverse co-ed. And Civiero with a cross-court option ball picked up. Denise Devine will continue this rally going as Kane and Alex. And a lefty swing there from Denise Devine.
Just love that little behind the back. Looks like a little rabbit tail for Miss Denise Devine.
It's a good dig in transition for a kill there. Civiero at the service line there with the flowers on her hat. And a dig there for Devine and a pokey over. No jump needed. Civiero will poke that into the short angle shot.
Presumptuous. My fault.
Perfect placement there. And so Bree will be back at the service line again for her second time round. And a float serve from her down the middle. Picked up by Alex. Denise Devine faking the option ball. And Civiero off the top of the tape and out of bounds. 9-8 now. I believe that is going to be Ricky Alex going back to the service line. Float serve now from Alex. Deep to Devine. Kept alive. Just thinking John King, our referee up there on the stand, was going to call under the net, but no interference there, so kept play going, but not able to corral that. So a real point earned for Alex and Kane, 10-8. And another float serve there, just a tad low into the tape. So side out there for Devine and Civiero. So Denise Devine back at the service line. Float serve here and a chop shot past the block into the angle. Ricky will put that one down. So Kristen Kane at the service line there. The Olympic Games t-shirt. Float serve down the line of Devine. Set into the middle. Wrist away shot down the line for Devine. And another stabby dig for her. Tight set, short pokey over the block will fall for a point. And so we're going to take our technical time out, 10-11. We're going to switch sides here. And an ace serve. Civiero will find that sideline. John King confirming that call on that close one. Oh, and a good short serve there off the top of the tape. Not able to corral that. And Civiero and Devine take the lead, 12-11. Float serve on to Ricky Alex and bombs it into the angle for a point. 12-12. So Kristen Kane back at the service line. Just kidding. They're going to swap that and make sure we have the right service order. So Ricky Alex there at the service line. And a tape tickler, ace serve. Park and Son getting the assist on that one. Another tight float serve to the top of the tape. Bree is going to try and poke that one deep to the corner, but that's going to be long of the end line. So out of bounds, 14-12 for Alex and Kane. So float serve here from Ricky Alex. And an ace serve down the middle. Miscommunication there from Civiero and Divine. And so a 3-point lead now for Alex and Kane. We're going to switch next point. Float serve for her now. Divine, nobody up, and a big swing off the platform of Kristen Kane. And we're going to switch sides, 13-15.
13-15. Civiero.
And an ace serve there for Denise Divine. After the side switch. So a 1-point deficit now for Divine and Civiero. Float serve there on to Ricky. And set there from Kristen Kane. Tags the sideline.
And Alex takes a big swing. Cross court, tags the line, 16-14.
Cross court there from Kristen Kane. So she'll head back to the service line. A lot of room to work with there on our short court. Things heating up a bit here in Greenville. About 75 degrees. The sun's poked out a couple times, and Denise Divine with a side out there. So 16-15. Alex and Kane still have that lead. But weather's been pretty consistent here. It's been very wet on the weekend. So yesterday we had actually a 12 o'clock start time the whole morning. It was raining pretty steadily, and so we were trying to wait for it to clear up and dry. Thankfully, not too many rounds of volleyball yesterday, and so we got all of our pool play done to allow us to have Championship Sunday here, as Alex and Kane will side out 17-15. But for the first time this weekend, we had the sun poke out, so enjoying a little bit of that. It's been kind of overcast, cloudy, as some of those bands from the hurricane out in the ocean right now sweep up from down south, as that cyclone has brought in the weather. And sitting here on the sideline with me, the voice you all know, Mr. Dave Shaw, joining us here on the broadcast for just a moment.
I'm just proud to be alongside Jacob Justice, the man, the myth, the legend that has actually stepped in and done all the broadcasts as of late, and I appreciate the job you've been doing here, Jacob. I mean, from grass to sand, do you have a preference in which game you're calling?
I really am enjoying. I enjoy grass, especially as a player. But I know that on the beach side of things, we're seeing a lot more. There's not really besides the AVP grass tour, there's not a professional side of grass. So you see a lot of players come from the indoor game out here. I know we've seen Ian Kapp and Nate Miller come to a lot of tournaments, and they've done extremely well at the Smash, as well as Pottstown earlier this year. And so those are two names that I could throw out that we're pretty familiar with just within this year and last year on the grass tour. But the beach side, we obviously see a lot of teams come out. Peter and Tim winning Virginia Beach was awesome, especially seeing teams that want to make a name for themselves in the beach game coming through our tier system. And
you see names like Baumgren. Baumgren is absolutely fantastic with with how he's playing, because he is picking up a lot of the game there. And what we're seeing with Tim Baumgren, legend in the Midwest, especially will pack a boat ride from grass to the sand, and a lot of transition players like you see Aurora Davis and others. So I enjoy seeing the transition, because getting the ball control with an elements and, then transitioning your approach and making the changes to that beach game. But like you said, there is no, other than the AVP grass tour, there's not a lot of major competitive events that bring together this professional level atmosphere. And that's what we're seeing here in this grass tour. I'm so glad that AVP has put together this grass tour to allow professional level competition for the hybrid of indoor and beach.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of success in our other events so far. So it's been incredible to see who has been just around for those grass events. And we have one more event this year, so we'll have Chattanooga.
Which I believe is the Nationals, is it not?
That is Grass Nationals, correct. So the second weekend of October, the 8th and 9th.
Just like that, we're all tied up 19 all here on center.
And as we've been talking, Dave, we are tied up at 19 all here on center court. This is women's semifinals for the Open Division.
And you can see the competition level in the semifinals. Back and forth, seesaw battle, and Ricky Alex, Kristen Kane just making some great, smart heads-up plays to edge back and forth and keep the lead most of this game.
Yeah, and Divine and Civiero doing a great job as well, just keeping up with the pace. We've had a little bit of a couple lead changes. There were, at one point, a 3-point lead for Kane and Alex, but Denise Divine right there. Yeah.
Great cross-court shot there. Ricky Alex, an uncharacteristic missed dig for her. She's been very scrappy on defense most of this game.
Yeah, and one thing that I definitely noticed from Denise Divine's game is her being extremely intentional with her touches and placement. So sometimes you can have a big hitter. Maybe that's going to be more of Bree Civiero's game, where she can go up and kind of unload on a ball. But right here, Denise Divine, so good with placing her shots, as well as Ricky Alex dropping 2 onto the sideline there. And so we're going to have set point number 2 now.
For change the servers. That's right. It's
Kane and Alex.
Order. Number 1 server is going to be Ricky Alex. Number 2 is, 2 is Ricky Alex. 1 is Kristen. All right, going to the right side now for Denise Divine. Denise Divine with a very aggressive swing in this match. A lot of power, a sneaky power from the shorter player.
Jumbo pokey to the corner, picked up by Kane. Kept alive. Great rally here and deep to the corner, just long of the end line. So 21 all. We're going to switch sides.
We got 21-21.
Great rally and hustle by both teams there. Another match where we're going into extra innings. We love to see it. Last match we had a men's quarterfinal go 29-27. Spencer and John Sutton taking that set to send it to a third, and then eventually getting that third set win. But we're going to have a men's semifinal and a block for point. Bree Civiero with a great press there. Service pressure from Denise Divine, allowing Bree to get a good read on where that ball has to go. And
fun fact, it looks like, Denise Divine, I believe, is actually playing double duty. She's playing in Women's Open semifinals right now, but she's also playing co-ed doubles in the G Vegas tournament.
That's incredible to do, and just like that, Denise Divine gets an ace to end the first set, 23-21. From down 20 to 21, 3 straight points for Denise Divine and Bree Civiero. She'll take set number 1, 23-21. That's still incredible that she's able to do that. It's
right, you are.
I'm wondering if that means while she's playing these matches, there's another match that maybe she needs to be at that she has to forfeit. But obviously the bigger prize here for her is that $10,000 prize purse in Women's Open.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be quite a difference in paycheck, but I knew though that she had to run between courts just to keep from forfeiting in the last one. She's playing with Ben Shelley, who we saw yesterday in the first round of competition. Ben Shelley with his partner, I believe it was John Williams. No relation to the composer, but still solid player here in the local area.
Yeah, I definitely know it's tough running between divisions there, and especially just jobs. So one of the cool parts of the AVP Tour so far is a new role as a broadcaster for me, but have been a player for quite some time, played in a couple events, but Virginia Beach was very exciting, running between crew member and qualifier, and so that opportunity was fun. But as well as earlier this year at the Grass Tour stop in Pottstown, I played AA triples, which didn't go as well as we wanted, but
and then I got to actually listen to you on the main stage at Pottstown. I was not there. I was actually watching on Facebook Live, I believe it was, or maybe it was YouTube. Either way, I was like, I believe it sounds like Jacob Justice on the main stage with Luke, and tearing it up on the main stage of Pottstown.
Yeah, that was an incredible event. That was probably one of the longest working days I've had. We had gotten to the venue at 7 a.m. to help kind of get things rolling and everything set up to go, and the last match ended at 1:30 in the morning, and it took us about 6 hours to pack our box truck up and head to Denver for the next event. And so we didn't leave the site until about 7:30 in the morning on that Monday after Championship Sunday. And so a 24-hour workday for us to make sure we could get to Denver in time. Denver was an incredible event as well. This tour series all year has just been incredible. I
think the AVP has done an outstanding job to not only grow the volleyball at all levels, but also all mediums, from the beach to the grass. And there's multi-tier events at both levels as well. So it's just a testament to what AVP has done to reinvest in the sport and the communities that the sport is, thriving in.
Yeah, and a lot of that wouldn't be possible without Bally. So a huge thank you to them for bringing a lot of life, and a great touch there from Denise Devine as we get our second set underway. Alex and Kane will take the first point. But obviously a huge part of the draw for players is to have that prize package, right? So we've seen in the Tier 1s and the Gold Series events, $300,000 prize purse. And that is just incredible to think, that first place prize in Atlanta, to think that Paul Lottman and Miles Partain got a $30,000 paycheck to split. I'm not actually sure what Miles is able to receive from that because he's still in college and tearing it up at UCLA. But
I believe the NCAA does allow for players that are in college to receive cost coverage for travel expenses only to enter the tournament. But outside of that, it's not like they can accept a profit margin or anything like that. So
gotcha. So hopefully that is waiting somewhere for him someday, but I'm not sure.
Or it just goes to Paul Lottman saying, hey, Paul, that's a great choice as a partner.
Yeah. Miles Partain tearing it up. I'm excited to see what him and Andy Benesh are going to do together. That is going to be a crazy combo to watch. Andy's had a lot of success so far on the tour. Obviously, Miles has as well.
And both Gold Series champions.
And
taking Austin to start the year off.
That's right, for the Pro Tour Series. As well as we saw him win the AVP Next in San Antonio, which I think is what got him
with Timmy Brewster.
Tim Brewster got him some points, and then Tim picked up Kyle, and they have been incredible all season as well.
Yes, I love that combo.
They got the 5th place in, I believe it was
I think it's
Chicago as well.
Oh, and yes.
Chicago last week.
Chicago, that's right. And I think they took 7th in, was it Atlanta?
7th in Atlanta, and just an incredible time for them. They upset Theo and Kane in the 1 in the 9 seed. That was just nobody saw that happening, and Tim and Kyle just pedaled to the metal, took it to them, which is awesome to see because we've seen them come up through.
Great shot there. I'm sorry to interrupt, Jacob, but great shot from Ricky Alex going through the top of the block of Civiero. I'm sorry, Civiero. Bria has a very formidable block. You know, she's sneaky tall, and she has a great extension and reach. But Alex taking advantage there, going through the hands really high for that point. And we now have 4 serving 2 before the side switch.
And Ricky Alex, Denise Devine able to keep that up off the block.
Oh, wow. Trick. What a trick.
Through the top of the tape.
And a great shot there from Ricky Alex to put that down the line. Incredible display of patience from both these teams. Waiting for it, it's just sitting on the top of the net, and then it rolls back over.
And the best part is Denise Devine knew exactly where she was putting that ball, so either it's going to be a perfect spot to fall or it's going to be on her side. And she's like, she knew it was there, a no-look back bump, and that just goes to her constant state of court awareness.
Yeah, Denise Devine definitely knows her way around the volleyball court. I actually had the pleasure of playing against her in a tournament in South Carolina a couple months ago. And I must say she was cutting me up with that cut shot quite a lot. But here in women's open, we have 6-2 for Alex and Kane. They lost the first one 23-21, but a lead early here. So John King's our referee up there. He's serving the John King. That is right. So our head official on the AVP. An incredible person to work alongside if you have the pleasure of meeting him at tournaments. He's an interesting man. He has been such a good leader for the crew here as well, and setting a great example for referees across the nation. That's who you want to learn from if you're going to be learning any of the rules. So huge thanks to him for being a part of the AVP Tour all season long. And a side out there for Civiero and Devine. We'll have Bree back there with the flowers on top of her hat. 3 serving 6. So float serve coming from her. She's going to run up to the net. That serve on to Ricky Alex. Kristen Kane with a back set. And a peel dig there, but not able to be handled. Denise Devine slipped there a little bit. So this grass is still pretty wet from how much rain we got the last day and a half. All that due to the outer bands from the hurricane out in the Atlantic Ocean right now. So that cyclone whipping some rain up the coast. And Bree Civiero with a little inside-out swing there. Turned away from it, but able to get her thumb down on that for the sharp angle kill. So 4-7 out for Denise Devine. The serve on to Kristen Kane this time. She will shoot that into the corner. Denise Devine will get a touch on that, but a kill there for Kristen Kane. So 8-4 in set number 2 here. Winning team will move on to the finals. The other women's semifinal going on over on court 2, just behind here. That is Aurora Davis and Kennedy Coakley taking on Fletcher and Ferguson. Davis and Coakley we saw here earlier on center court with their win over Polkoff and Casey. We'll have the women's final after a match between now and the men's semifinal. Sorry, and a roll shot there for Ricky Alex. We'll put that one away. So we're going to switch sides 9-5. Dolly Parton score there, as Mr. Dave Shaw would like to say. So a lot of game left here in set 2. So Bree and Denise maybe looking to get some momentum rolling here. So 9-5. Ricky Alex back to serve. Serve on to Denise Devine. Side set there from Bree, and a swing off the head of Ricky Alex, and an immediate reaction there. Hope that she's okay. That was a big swing there from Denise Devine. She's very good at those shots, but when she swings on the ball, that's not gonna feel good. So taking a second to make sure that Ricky is all right.
Not to say I love you, like a shove to the shoulder. Ricky Alex. Kane,
Denise Devine at the service line now, 6 serving,
Civiero.
9. Denise Devine with a dig on the open net. And a short pokey from her will trickle to the top of the tape and down for a kill. Earning a real point there, Denise Devine, 7-9. So high line picked up by Devine for another opportunity to earn one. And a lefty swing picked up by Kane. Nobody up. Overhand dig there from Civiero. Poked down the line. Kept alive by Alex. And a swing deep into the angle. The hand dig by Devine, but not able to keep it alive. Kane and Alex earning a point there on the side out for 10-7.
Well, looks like Ricky Alex is still dealing with taking that big swing off the block there. Checking the adjustment on the sunglasses.
Yeah, it took that one full force. And as we were saying, you know, Denise Devine, really good at that shot placement, but when she goes up and swings, it's pretty good. She's also been super effective with her left and right hand. She's hitting, we're seeing her swing ambidextrously, and it's incredible to watch. Not a lot of players are actually able to do that and have that coordination to do it with both arms like that. Yeah. But Denise Devine,
the ambidextrous
incredible
skill
control.
is kind of a statement in itself.
As you see a lot of players maybe have an injury or something that'll force them to have to continue to try and play volleyball any way they can. So, but I think Denise Devine is just gifted that way.
Absolutely right. And also a big, smiley, passionate player, and that's what we love to see. You know, it's about sportspersonship and also camaraderie. She kind of builds both of that on, you know, with her opponents and her friends. And even her opponents are mostly her friends because she is one of those spirited people on the court.
Yeah, one of those people that you just want to get to know and enjoy being around in this tightly knit volleyball community. So all smiles there from Denise Devine. So Alex and Kane still with a 3-point advantage here. We got a couple points till we take our technical and switch sides.
Goes to Devine.
And an option ball into the corner for Bree Civiero. Will find the open net, and so 9 serving 11 now. I want to take a second and
now
just thank everybody and hope everybody is doing well today on this Memorial Day that we have. September 11th, we had a nice moment of silence this morning to remember those that fell 21 years ago.
Right, you are. I mean, and it was a nice way to start the day. I mean, yeah, we want to be, you know, encouraging spirited play. We want to have high energy all day. However, the somber tones and the moment of silence was a great testament and a great show of respect and appreciation for the world we live in today, the freedoms we have, but also to show respect for those that fell on this hallowed day, September 11th, back in 2001.
So we will take our technical time out here. So Alex and Kane will have a 12-9 lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
What a great serve there. But that's going to be just wide and out of bounds. We got 12, or 10 serving 12 now for Denise Devine and Bree Civiero. Civiero in the brown top, and Denise in the maroon. Kane, great set for Ricky Alex. Ricky Alex in the face of the block of Civiero goes high over the top. 13-10 now. Ricky Alex at the service line now makes it 13, serving 10. Oh, just a bit long. Alex, aggressive serve, trying to draw the serve receive back towards the line, get him out of system, but they see that it is going to be high, and they let it go. So Denise now serves. Oh, another service error here in Women's Open. Uncharacteristic, especially on the ladies' side. Still a 3-point differential. Picked up there by Civiero. Going to the right side. It's a... Oh, Ricky Alex is there. Out of system play. You see Bree Civiero adjustment, but that's not going to be enough. Ricky Alex is up, gets the contact. Kane back to serve here. Standing float goes to Denise Devine. Now Denise is coming in for a 33 ball. Chop shot, beautiful shot. Reads line, cuts it across her body for the kill. We actually have 12 serving 15 now. Bree Civiero at the service line here for you. Picked up there. Ricky Alex, no one's up, and she makes him pay for it. Sharp angle kill. And again, we switch sides here on center court, 16-12. If you're just joining us, this is the women's semifinals here, coming to you live from the G Vegas Open on part of the AVP Grass Tour. Ricky Alex back at the service line now. That kill from Denise Devine, it makes it 13-16. Denise inside out going down the line. It's picked up there by Ricky Alex. Alex down the outside. One block up. Denise tries to send it over on one, catch him out of system, but Kane is there. One-handed dig, and that's going to be out of bounds for Devine. (17-13) here for Denise Devine and Civiero as they are in receive. Oh, Civiero with a slow turn and burn. Denise Devine calls it and actually wishes it out of bounds. I think the latter was more effective as it goes 15-18. Denise Devine chasing that down to the line. Now at the service line, down 3 still. It's 15-18. Heartbreaker there. A service error for Denise Devine. Just a bit low. Kristen Kane at the service line here. Goes to Devine. Breeze underneath it. Denise coming into the middle. Knuckle pokey around the block of Alex. Does not give Kane enough time to get in and to get under that with defense. So we're switching sides here, 19-16. Civiero back to serve here on center court. Bree jump float coming. Goes to Kane. Down the line. Oh, wow. Denise Devine gets a touch on it. And it's still in play. Sent over. Kane is up. So is Civiero. And a chop shot kill there for Alex. We've got set point. Oh, I'm sorry. It was out of bounds. Correction. 17-19. Beautiful pickup there from Devine and Civiero. Oh, Ricky Alex with a beautiful high hand shot there. Beautiful placement there. We have top of the order. Line for Civiero. And this is where we found ourselves in a situation last set. Devine and Civiero able to close a gap. Good pickup there, but Ricky Alex gets the kill to make that a set, and we're going to a third and final deciding set.
I'm Carrie Walsh-Jennings. I've played with lots of injuries and sore muscles. KT Tape has helped me push past the pain. Today, clinical studies prove what I've always known, that using KT Tape before, during, and after workouts can reduce muscle soreness. Whether it's the Olympics or the local gym, pain is pain.
Tape up with KT Tape, the #1 kinesiology tape. Use it for muscle soreness and many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
At Corner Bakery, we're making your choice simple with choose 2 options every day. Choose 2 of your favorites and turn a simple lunch into a perfectly paired meal. And we're not talking about a few choose 2 options. Pair up any sandwich or panini, any cafe fresh salad or warm simmering soup, or any pan sauteed pasta. So many kitchen crafted options, so little time. Your perfect choose 2 combination is waiting at the Corner Bakery.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics, man.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling, luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have women's open semifinals. Civiero and Divine taking on Kane and Alex. We are heading to a third set, though. Civiero and Divine taking the first set, 23-21. The second set went to Alex and Kane, 21-18. So third set here, we're going to play 1 to 15, switching every 5 points.
That game's going on in 15 minutes no matter who shows up or doesn't. It's either a double forfeit or a win by forfeit. Court number 2 starting in 15 minutes. Rick, hold him accountable.
So Kristen Kane there at the service line. She'll be first to serve. And an option ball there from Bree Civiero will strike first, 1-0. Option ball extremely effective there. You're anticipating that third touch on defense, but right there, that ball is going to get put away. So Denise Divine will serve. Deep float serve there on to Alex. And a short shot picked up by Divine. Nice high set there from Bree. And a lefty cut shot just a bit short for Denise Divine. A good opportunity to go up 2 there. But we will be tied at 1-all. So Ricky Alex there at the service line. Float serve there onto Denise Divine. High. Oh, great high set and a great look there from Denise. Put that into that short cut shot. So that pinky down. Nice soft touch. So 2-1. Early in set number 3. Tight pass there, forced over on 2 from Kane. And a good pokey there. It's got to go over off the block touch. Denise Divine. It's high set there from Bree. A jumbo pokey down the line.
Amazing hustle there. Free ball play now.
And a flipper dig there. Oh. Wow, what a rally here. See who's going to put it away. Denise Divine with a swing down the middle, picked up by Kristen Kane.
Oh, beautiful set there. And it's a trap block for Bree Civiero.
Bree Civiero putting that one away. Too tight on the set there from Kristen Kane. So Bree able to just press across the net there, put that one away. So women's semifinal, winner of this will be taking on Aurora Davis and Kennedy Coakley. That'll be on. We have a men's semifinal after this, and then we'll have women's finals.
That's a great defensive. Do you think it's the quality of the defensive read or just the hustle of these ladies playing on center?
It's certainly a mixture of both. Both these teams extremely talented on defense right now, and that is going to be just out of bounds off the block touch. So we're going to switch sides. Bree Civiero wanted the block on that one. It's just wide of the sideline.
Right, you are. I mean, that's a good read there from Ricky Alex, seeing the block in the extension, knowing the right amount of power to go into that block and cause it to go just out of bounds.
Yeah, so Kristen Kane will be back there to serve. Cross-court serve there to Denise Divine. A little tight of a pass. Kept off the net, and a jumbo pokey down the line. Denise Divine, so effective with that, with the knuckles of hers. She's had some really good short, like almost backwards shots where she's been running one way and pokes it back over her shoulder across the net for a point. Just those short, soft touches with the pokies have been working really well for her.
There from Civiero. Back at it, going down the line.
Another real point earned there for Civiero and Divine. So 5-2, a 3-point lead here in set number 3. And just a reminder, it's 1-15, switching every 5 points. And so
short serve picked up there by Alex. Now Alex on the outside against Civiero.
And another block there for Bree Civiero. A little tight of a set. Alex, not a ton of room to work with around that block. And so we will have a 6-2 lead now. Devine and Civiero rolling. The momentum. Tape serve there, picked up by Alex. Nobody up. Turned down the line, and Ricky Alex put that through the top of the tape down.
Good reach and extension to put that ball in such a downward angle. We got 3-6.
So swing down the line will fall for a point, and so Ricky Alex will go back to the service line now. 1 point till we switch sides. So 3 serving 6. And Kristen Kane going up to block. So float serve there. Set into the middle for Devine. Short shot picked up by Alex. Deep pokey will work. So Kristen Kane and Ricky Alex will earn one there to be only down by 2 as we switch sides. 4-6. So it's nice to see that the weather's been holding off for us. So it's really nice to think that it's not raining anymore. It was raining about 9 o'clock this morning, but since then it's been nice. We've had the sun poke out a couple times, but in my opinion, besides the ground being this wet, and a big swing there from Bree Civiero on the outside. Besides the actual rain and like wetness of the ground, these are what I would consider ideal playing conditions. Not a ton of wind. The cloud coverage is keeping it kind of cool.
But it is very muggy here. But, I mean, you see here with that slick ground, I mean, the ground is finally drying out a little bit, but it's still very slippery. But you see Civiero right there leans in like an archer and just unleashes on that last attack. It was ridiculous.
And then runs up to the net and gets the block for point. Bree Civiero cranking up the heat on her own. So a big swing on the outside and then a block for point. Bree Civiero will serve again, and she's running up to the net after serving to block. So using a lot of energy, moving a lot for her, but appeal dig there, hand dig for Civiero. High in the middle.
Just like that, a high pokey. What a shot from Ricky Alex. Perfect placement and a good-looking turn.
Yeah, Denise Devine, of course, getting a touch on it, as we've seen so often throughout this match, but just out of reach to corral. So 5-8. As we push into this third set, a little bit of urgency to close that gap for Alex and Kane. There's still a lot of volleyball in this set, but again, 1-15, it's shortened up, and we switch sides every 5 points. So Kristen Kane will be at the service line, looking to apply some service pressure. She's been going with the float serve, but see if she can actually correct that. Yeah,
Kristen, a.k.a. Candy Kane, will be at the net. I'm kidding. Nobody calls her that.
So that's Ricky Alex at the serve on to Denise Devine, and Devine with a pokey deep to the corner and just out of bounds.
Denise Devine trying to go for the knuckle poke.
Yeah, so a rare pokey error from her. She's been so good with that knuckle pokey that expected that one to fall in, but just long of the.
We're switching on the next point here, and great dig from Alex.
And Denise Devine will sneak that one in to that corner. She was ecstatic that went in. Couldn't believe it.
I don't know who was more surprised, Ricky Alex and Kristen Kane or Denise Devine.
From the look on her face, it was Denise.
Well, I don't know if it's courtesy, but she was acting like, oh my God, I'm so lucky that went in. And I'm like, are you though? Because we've seen it about a dozen times in this tournament.
Yeah, great court awareness from her as she's back at the service line there. Oh, and a tough pass there from Alex, having to free ball this over. An opportunity for Bree.
Great read. Wow.
Not a lot of words other than just admiring how good of a swing that was. Bree Civiero from the right side Going cross court into the sharp angle, puts that one away. And she still had about 5 feet of room from the sideline. So she's just getting on top of that ball and exploding that into the angle.
Well, and also you see, if you, like, at a perfect vantage point, looking at her attack on the right side, and it almost looked like she had gone, like, inside out across the ball. And she had it almost in front of her, but that just goes to speak to how high she's getting and that her contact point, even if it's at a 30 or 40 degree angle in front of her, her arms only raised above that, above her shoulder, she still has such a good contact point where she can put the ball anywhere she wants, regardless of if it's on top of her swing or in the front of her swing. She's still making an attackable ball no matter where her contact point is.
Yeah, and you got to think, too, that a lot of that offense stems from having great vision as well, being able to see where the block is and knowing that she has a lot of angle to work with there. Because sometimes you'll see those blockers try and be nice and sneaky, slide into that angle, and they'll get good block touches. But it looked like she saw it the whole way through and
right you are.
Just put that into the angle. And a high roll picked up by Devine. Into the middle, nobody up. And another missed pokey there from Denise Devine. So Alex and Kane getting one back there, 7-10.
Kane now serving here, 7-10, down by 3 in set number 3. Good standing serve, picked up there by Devine. Now Devine's going to read in cross, goes line, and Kane is there. Good read on the swing, knowing that she does do the misleading approach. Kane is there.
Yeah, it looked like she pulled up just a little too quickly on that pass. She was right there, but may have just straightened out a little too much. So just missed her platform. But Bree at the service line there, running up the block. Knuckle pokey, picked up by Devine. And Denise Devine goes in for a swing. Put that one, not sure if that was through the top of the block, the top of the tape, maybe a combination, but we'll put that one away for a point. So we have 12-7. We're going to switch next point as we approach the final. Yeah.
I mean, basically, we could be just 3 points away from our first finals contender being identified here.
No, so on court number 2, Davis and Coakley took that one.
Oh, wow.
And so the winner of this will go on to play them in about I'd say an hour and a half. That's when we'll hopefully have that starting around 3 o'clock here on the East Coast. And the sun popping out again. And so Denise Devine not having any sunglasses to see if that's a factor at all. Also a little gust of wind coming in right now. Oh, and a great one-arm dig there for Devine, but that's not going to be kept in play. So out of bounds. And a real point earned there for Alex and Kane, 9-12. They're going to need a couple more of those. Try and claw their way back into this third set. Denise Devine with a 360 dig or receive.
Inside-out shot picked up there by Kane. Beautiful shot. Ooh! And she's under it.
Denise Devine winning the joust. High line, Bree not able to turn and get that one. It's a lot of fun to see not the miscommunication, but when you're up at the net and you see the play developing, when your defender has to be up at the net to block, you have some long and lanky defenders that are not defenders all the time.
Or when you're seeing basically, whenever I was, my partner would see me at the net, it was more of a, look of panic and absolute fear going, oh no.
A couple of maybe a good luck back there. We'll see how it goes. And that shot from Denise Devine just short of the top of the tape, and just like that, a game of runs. 7-12, 4 in a row for Alex and Kane.
A much needed 4 in a row, and just like that, Ricky Alex is in a spot to tie things up, 2 away from a side switch.
Yeah, that serve on to Denise Devine this time. And that soft cut shot from Denise Devine, so good. 13-11.
The sister rage back at the service line. That's right, Denise Devine.
Denise Devine rocking the all-purple suit today.
Maroon, if you please, or a deep wine Divine.
Maybe I'm colorblind. That looks purple to me.
Now it's 13-12.
So 13-12 as we switch sides. So Kristen Kane will be back there at the service line. Float serve from her. Cross court to Denise. Nice high set there from Bree. And Denise Devine turns down the line. And we have match point opportunity number 1, 14-12.
Now we got 14. Serving 12. This would make it match point number 1.
So that will have Bree Civiero back at the service line.
Wilson Optics volleyballs.
Opportunity for Bree here. Running up to the net. That serve on to Alex. Nobody up. Picked up by Denise. Nobody up. Big swing into the angle. Denise Devine will do it herself. Dig. Transition to the kill. 15-12. Civiero and Devine will take the match and move on to the finals. In just a little while, we're going to have them taking on Aurora Davis and Kennedy Coakley. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have men's open action coming to you on center court in just a moment. We have Sutton and Gaston taking on Octave and Reardon. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Don't go anywhere. We'll have that on center court for you in just a few moments.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Tryon Trevor is coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it. Some wish for it. But others make it happen.
Tryon Trevor is super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.